Have you ever dreamed of learning magic, like walking through walls? Well, there's an ancient Chinese story about a man who tried just that. Let's dive into the tale of the Taoist of Mount Lao. Long ago, there was a young nobleman named Wang. He was fascinated by the idea of immortality and heard that real immortals lived on Mount Lao. He packed his bags and set off on a journey. When he reached the mountain's peak, he found a quiet temple where a few Taoists were casually drinking and gambling. They looked so serene and otherworldly, he knew he had found the right place. He immediately asked to become their student. The head Taoist looked him over and said, "I'm afraid you're too used to a comfortable life. You won't be able to handle the hardship here." But Wang insisted he could. So, the next morning, he was handed an axe and told to go gather firewood with the other disciples. A month went by, and Wang's hands were covered in blisters. The work was grueling, and he secretly started thinking about going home. Then one evening, something incredible happened. He returned from his work to find the master drinking with two guests. As dusk fell, the master took a pair of scissors, cut a piece of paper into the shape of a moon, and stuck it on the wall. In an instant it began to glow, bathing the room in moonlight. One of the guests then took a tiny gourd of wine and declared that everyone should drink their fill. Wang was skeptical. How could one small gourd serve so many people? But to his astonishment, everyone drank and drank, yet the gourd never ran dry. Then, one guest tossed a chopstick into the paper moon. A beautiful woman, no bigger than a foot tall, emerged from the light. As she reached the floor, she grew to the size of a real person and began to dance gracefully. It was the legendary moon goddess, Change. After her dance, she floated back up and turned back into a chopstick. As if that wasn't enough, the master and his guests decided to continue their party. Inside the moon, the disciples watched in awe as the three men walked right into the paper moon on the wall and sat there drinking, their silhouettes clear as day. Wang was completely mesmerized. He decided he had to learn some of this magic. After another month of chopping wood, he couldn't take it anymore. He went to the master and said, "I've been here for 2 months, and all I've done is fetch firewood. Please, teach me just one small spell." The master laughed and asked, "What spell do you want to learn?" Wang replied, "I've seen you walk through walls. If I could just learn that, I'd be satisfied." The master agreed and taught him the secret incantation. He told Wang to run straight at the wall, without fear. Wang hesitated, but the master encouraged him. So, he took a few steps back, took a deep breath, and charged. Whoosh! He passed right through the wall and found himself outside. He was ecstatic. Before sending him on his way, the master warned him, "This spell only works if you maintain a pure and humble heart. If you become arrogant, it will fail." Wang rushed home, eager to show off his new power. He boasted to his wife that he had met immortals and could now walk through walls. She, of course, didn't believe a word of it. "Watch this," he said. He mimicked what he had done before, took a running start, and dashed headfirst towards the wall. Bonk! He hit the solid brick and fell to the floor with a massive bump growing on his forehead. His wife burst out laughing. Humiliated and furious, Wang could only curse the old Taoist, convinced he had been tricked. But was it the Taoist's trick, or had Wang's own arrogance broken the spell? What do you think? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from around the world. See you next time.